Hey everyone, Happy New Year! I'd like to apologize for the way I look right now because usually I put a lot more effort into the way I look for videos and today I just couldn't be bothered. 2019 is over and I'm also 9 months on T. Time has like literally shot by so quickly and yeah, it feels like ages, but it hasn't been even a year yet. Wow. There's not that much to note since last month. Things are pretty much the same. Again, as I've already said in previous videos, by this point I don't think there's like this many new changes that I can like report every month. Like maybe maybe by the year mark will be something new, but I think right now I've already had all the changes I would get. Like maybe I'm going to grow more of a beard, hopefully my voice will drop some more because right now I'm still not very satisfied with it. And maybe I'm gonna work out and I don't know, my body's going to change some more than right now, but I don't think like my face I think is pretty much like the way it's going to be. And yeah, my body hair I think has stopped coming in. And bottom growth can take like up to 7 years I think to stop growing, but like yeah, I mean 7 years, it's not like I can be here like every month being like, hey, my dick has grown another centimeter. Like, that's going to get pretty old pretty fast. So yeah, instead of like recounting changes for this month, which there haven't been any, I think I'm just going to like kind of recap 2019 because, well, it's 2020 baby, so I gotta do this. I haven't recapped it on Instagram because of reasons I'm going to talk about later, but so I'm going to do it in a video right now, right here. Yeah. So 2019 was actually like, I feel a little bad saying this because like I see like pretty much everybody around me being like, oh my god, 2019 was shit. 2019 kicked me in the ass and then fucked my wife right in front of me. But that wasn't the case for me. Like 2019 was legit like one of the best years of my life. Like seriously, I don't think I've had a year this good since I was younger than 10. So, well, first thing first, like the first important thing that happened is that I started hormones, which like was fucking amazing, and it literally turned my life upside down. Like I cannot begin to explain how much my life has changed since starting T. It's not even like about like my, myself changing, my dysphoria or stuff like that. It's about how good testosterone has been for my mental health. Like literally, like the moment I started T, I felt amazing, right? Which was justified because I was excited. Like I was happy and excited and very much hyped for this new thing that was happening and I had wanted for so many years. But then the hype kept going. I was like expecting like to ride this wave of hype and excitement for a few months and then like kind of die down and slow down and go back to my usual depressed self because like I was struggling very deeply with depression, like very, very much. And I was thinking like, okay, well, my dysphoria is going to get better, but not by that much, and I will still be depressed like once the height of this excitement dies down. But then I was still happy in the next month, and the next month, and the next month, and I realized I didn't feel depressed anymore. I literally, like, I mean, for many people it doesn't, but for me, tea literally cured my depression, which is very nice. Like, I don't think I've ever in my life been not depressed. Like, I think I've struggled with my mental health my entire life since I was a small child for many, many different reasons. But like my life was pretty shit, especially my childhood. It was pretty rough and I don't think I was ever happy. I think most of my memories are like, and not to be a bummer or like oh it's me, I'm not saying this to rack up pity, but I'm like, factually speaking, my life was shit and most of my memories are painful and hurtful. And I don't think I've ever been as, like, I don't want to say happy because it feels like cheap to say, I'm happy right now when I'm like so young and unfulfilled and I'm still struggling with a lot of things, with a lot of practical things in my life, but I feel happy. I genuinely do. I feel happy and I've never felt like this before in my whole life. And yeah, that's amazing. Like, 2019 is the year I achieved. I'm not one, again, I don't want to say happiness because that's, again, it feels cheap to say happiness for such a small thing as not being depressed anymore. But I feel like 2019 is the year that I started my real life. This year was the year I was born. And I think from 2020 on, I'm going to celebrate like a second birthday on the 2nd of April, which is the day I started T, because I feel like the day I was born and I actually started living was when I started T, so yeah. So everybody who knows me IRL, remember to come to my birthday party on the 2nd of April. I'm expecting you and I'm expecting a lot of gifts, thank you. That was the biggest thing that happened in 2019 and it like literally changed my life for the better so much. Other than that, I started going to my dream school, my dream uni, my dream whatever you want to call it. International School of Comics is the name, and it's like one of the best private art unis in Italy, or at least in my city. And like for years I wanted to like take their illustration courses. They're very expensive and I couldn't afford them. And I didn't think I was going to be able to afford them this year either. Like the last day that they were doing enrollments, my dad called me to tell me like, hey, by the way, I can afford to pay like the course for you. Like go and enroll like right now. So like I did, and I've started going there this year, and it's been amazing. I've learned a lot. My art has like improved drastically since I've started going there. I didn't, expect to have that much improvement in such a short time, but I did, and I'm really, really happy about it. And plus, like, since I've started going there, I've realized that I pass, which I didn't expect to be able to do so soon, because I thought, like, okay, I still, like, I mean, a lot of things have changed, but I still look feminine. My voice still sounds like a woman's, so, I mean, I don't think I'm going to pass for, like, another couple of years, pretty much. But then I went there, and everybody started gendering me correctly, like, from the get-go, and no one even questioned it, so... Like, the only comment I got was that, like, I look and sound young, but that was it. No one had a problem, like, gendering me as male, and that has done, like, fucking wonders for my confidence, because, shit, I didn't think I passed. I really didn't. And it's been really nice to hear that and to live that. 2019 has been great from start to finish, except it's been ending on a pretty low note. Not mentally, because as I've said, I haven't struggled with my mental health pretty much since I started T. I've been doing great. But on the practical side of things, so shit has been going down the past month, because like, first thing that happened, like in the middle of December, is my phone broke, which I mean, it happened, except that it coincided with my hard disk, my external hard disk for my computer breaking, which is where I stored my entire life, like all my drawings, all my photos, everything, and I've lost it all, because, or rather, like, it's still in the hard disk. It's not broken as in, like, the data's been erased. It's broken as in my computer doesn't recognize it, and I can't access the files, which means they are inaccessible and I can't get to them, and I use my phone as kind of a backup archive for all my things, and now that it's broken, it broke in a way that I couldn't back it up on my computer, so I lost pretty much everything in my life until, like, yeah, pretty much the end of the year, so, like, I'm kind of starting fresh, which is good in a way, but, like, it feels really bad to have lost all of the data that was pretty much, my entire life, and I'm pretty attached, and I'm the kind of person who gets really attached to things, objects, and also, like, computer files, so the fact that I lost all that has been not great, which is why I haven't been able to do, like, the Instagram recap thing, because I don't have any photos to do the recap with. I don't have photos from the beginning of the decade to compare to me right now, and I don't have even a photo for every month of the year, because I've lost all of it. Another thing that happened is that my, when I put my SIM card from my old phone into my new phone, I realized it had expired. The whole, like, holiday season, I have been waiting for them to reactivate it. They still haven't, and I have spent the whole holiday season without phone services, which has been fucking great. And to top it all off, like, the fucking cherry on top of all of it, I got scammed! I got scammed out of, like, almost 200 euros, which I guess is $200. I don't really want to talk about it that much, but I feel like I have to, you know, like to wrap it up and explain also why I'm like so low energy right now and why I'm dressed like the way I am. I can't be bothered to put more effort into anything, basically. So what happened is, I don't want to say I'm poor, but I'm pretty broke. So like I can't really afford like latest consoles and stuff like that. I've had like a 3DS when I was a child, and I got like a Wii U for Christmas like some years ago, like pretty much when it was already obsolete and cheaper. And I really wanted a Switch, and I got some money for Christmas, and I'd saved like money for my the whole year to be able to, you know, get myself like, I don't know, like Switch Lite. But then I found like, you know, I found this Switch for like a very good price, and I was like immediately like, holy shit, I'm going to contact the seller. And I did. I contacted him, and everything seemed to go well. And the thing that threw me off is like he called me like on the actual phone, because like, again, as I said, I don't have phone services right now, which I mean I would have texted him. I had to use like my backup phone, which is like an old Nokia without like any it's not a smartphone. Like I can only text or do calls on that phone. I can't, you know, actually use any apps on it. So he called me on that phone, and I, you know, I felt like, you know, I felt put under spotlight, because I mean, I still have social anxiety. I don't do well in phone calls at all. So I was like, I felt put under the spot, and I just, you know, thought like, okay, I want to switch. He called me, like, it's fine, and I immediately like agreed to you know, to the sale. So he like sent me his card info to pay him, because he said he didn't have PayPal, which should have been a red flag. In any other situation it would have been, except many people in Italy think that like PayPal is some kind of witchcraft and that they don't know how to use it. So I know so many people that don't have PayPal and never will have one, because they think it's like too complicated to use, which is bullshit, because it's like so much easier than, you know, paying, you know, by bank account, but whatever. So like I didn't think too much of it. I just thought like, okay, it's some kind of, you know, Italian boomer who doesn't know how to use technology. It's fine, it's whatever. Because like, you know, from the voice it sounded like pretty old, and the way he talked, I thought like, okay, this guy's like in his 40s and 50s is selling his kids Switch that they didn't like for Christmas, whatever. So I called him, I paid, and then from this like moment I paid, he fucking disappeared. He hasn't said a word to me since. This all happened on the 27th, and I haven't been able to get in contact with him since. And I mean, I started getting antsy and anxious and suspicious, and then so I reverse searched the images he used for the ad, and I found another ad on a different site for a much higher price and with the same description. And unfortunately, that ad had already been deleted, so I don't know from when it was posted and from where. Like, it said that it was from a different city than the guy who I think scammed me said, like he was selling the Switch. So pretty sure it was like, yeah, he had stolen those pictures. Fucking bastard. And so yeah, I'm out of a lot of money that and I don't know how to get them back. I don't know how to get it back, because it wasn't through PayPal. Like if I had paid through PayPal, it would have been so fucking easy to just, you know, dispute the sale and like get my money back like really quickly. But it wasn't. I don't know what to do. All my sources say that I just have to like sue him. That's it. And who knows if I will get my money back. I might never. Which I'm very mad about, because like the thing that makes me mad is not such much the fact, you know, that I lost a lot of money, because whatever, like it happens, like maybe it made him happy, fucking asshole. But the thing that I'm really mad about is that now I can't get a Switch, because that was my funds to get a Switch, and now that I don't have that money anymore, I can't get another Switch, which is the only thing that I wanted from life and from the end of 2019. It was a fucking Switch, and now I don't, and I'm really, really mad about it. Like, legit, I think if I got gifted a Switch from someone, I would literally drop the whole scammer issue and, like, not even, like, try to get the money back, because whatever, I got what I wanted. I hope he's happy with my money, and he does something nice for himself. Fucking asshole. This has been a major source of anxiety, just in general, for me lately, so I'm not doing too well on that front, because I'm, like, devoting so much brain power to this and thinking how to get my money back, how do I fucking fix this. This has been my 2019, guys. Yeah, I know, I'm hoping for 2020. I don't know, I think, like, from the way 2019 ended, and from the fact that everyone had a shitty 2019, and now they're also convinced that 2020 is going to be great, I think, like, this is foreboding to tell me that, yeah, you had a great 2019, this was the last year that is going to be this great. Like, next year is going to be awful. I don't know, I just have this foreboding sense. I hope it isn't true, I hope it's just me being paranoid, but yeah. And yeah, this was my year. I hope your year wasn't as shitty as everybody else's, and I hope you also had a great year. And yeah, even if you didn't, I just hope your 2020 is good, alright, decent, or great. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope your Christmas was good, and I will see you next month, probably.